Super Nation, I guess I'm back. I've been fiddling a bit with the recorder option, so let's see how it goes. And straight to the point, as always, drawing a cut. Let's start talking about technology, and mainly one that has a hefty impact on your network, on your home usage, on your streams, on your YouTube uploads, on your even on your online multiplayer gaming experience. So what is it? Don't get those. First, don't use an ISP router / wireless router, whatever they want to call it, because they gotta make money and they got millions of customers. You're not special to the ISP, you're just one more. And don't expect the hardware to be doing all the crazy stuff that you actually need if you want to put this extra load on your network. So what is the way to go? Well, there are probably like free low consumer end ways, or low to medium consumer grade ways, and I'm gonna share them all with you right now. So let's do this. So the first one, really easiest, the one that you really don't have to be like, you don't have to spend a lot more than you already paid your ISP to have your network, to have your internet connection set up, is just get an access point, an AP. So what does this do? You'll disable the wireless on the router, or don't, just leave it at on. You'll just spend like 15 to 25 to 30 bucks, 30 euros. Probably 30 is already getting some good stuff, so if you can get close to that price range, check it out. Always check the stats. Try to get something that's 5G and 2.4G connectivity, so that if you get newer hardware, like a newer cell phone or a new tablet, you can actually push your network to the limit with 5G. And if you don't, you'll just fall back to the 2.4 gigahertz network. So you'll be covering all your house with a better radius and better options to connect and really extract the juice from your gear. The other thing, still in low, we also have to talk about cabling. Go grab yourself at least a Cat5e cable. This will allow you to connect the router to the AP with a 100/1 gigabit cable capacity, or capacity for the cable. So if you actually ever upgrade to a gigabit router, gigabit switch, or even if you're the AP that you're gonna buy, do check it out, is gigabit enabled on the Ethernet port, then you'll need at least Cat5e cable. If you want to go 6, go 6. If you want to go 7, don't go 7. It's a waste of money right now. Maybe in 2 to 3 years you'll be able to do it, unless you want to future-proof your house and you're gonna really lay some cable on. The other thing is, still on low, and if you don't want to get AP, so this is like the second scenario for low budget, is grab a cable. There's nothing better than wired so far. Latency, speeds, everything. Just plug your computer directly to your router and you're good to go. You'll be taking full advantage of the Ethernet port. Again, being in a 100 or a gigabit connection, then you'll take full extent to it. Most computers right now are coming out, like most, I want to say like 4 to 5 years ago. So if you got a rig that's 4 to 5 years old, you will most likely have already a gigabit connection on your computer, so the Ethernet port on your PC will be gigabit. that being said, you can fully extract some hefty juice from your router and your ISP connection. So the third scenario, maybe we should start second scenario should be the first one, and the first one should be the second one. The third scenario is get a cheap load balancer, or a cheap router. Just that will make a difference. Then you can use, if you have to, you can use your ISP router / wireless thingy as a direct, just like a modem. So you'll just have to set it up as a modem, like throwing everything out to one single Ethernet port that you're gonna connect to the router. The router will do a much better work managing your network, assigning IPs, reading and delivering the packages to in a more orderly fashion way. So router is the way to go. Then again, if you have like wireless needs, you'll just have to you can use the ISP's router and AP capacities, so access point wireless capacities for your own consumption. Although again, if you're doing that, you're not going through the router, so you're still using the internal router, and it's what it is. So it's the capacity that they gave it. So if they give you decent hardware, you're gonna get decent wireless and decent routing capacity. The next one, so now we're gonna move on to like medium tier, where you're gonna start spending some cash. By spending some cash, we can set up this scenario. This is like the optimum scenario. So you can go from medium to high, because it will only depend on the money that you spend. Okay, so like I said, wired is the way to go, but on this scenario you're gonna expose everything, and you will also have wireless capacities to a really good network base and super cabling enabled. So here I really recommend that you go Cat 6, because some routers and some switches are out of sensing and sometimes they detect 5E, but they don't go like the full gigabit on it, because they want a cleaner connection, better cabling, all that stuff. So go in Cat 6. Cat 6 right now is not that expensive. Like you can get good cabling from like 2 to 5 to 6 euros per cable. So we're talking like 1 meter, 2 meter whips, like short cables, or if you really need to go like a little bit bigger, it's not gonna cost you more than 10 euros. If it does, you're probably getting ripped off. So check the price, check them online. And what's the optimal scenario? Like, well, you're probably guessing it right now, because I've already mentioned it before. Like, if you join a few low scenarios that I gave you, you're gonna have the optimal scenario. So if you have more than one computer on your network, so if you're gonna connect wirelessly, no, if you're gonna connect through a wire more than one computer, you're gonna need one extra piece of hardware. If not, you maybe get away with just the router and the AP solution, and 2 cables. You'll be able to connect your PC to it and the AP to it. So here we go. Again, I'm gonna start with like the medium to complex level. So if you don't have the need to have a switch, don't use it. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna need? You're gonna need a freaking router, a switch, and an AP, an access point. This is like the minimum bare level stuff that you're gonna need to have a proper, decent home network. And knowing most consumers, most of your network bandwidth and network traffic will be over in your access point. So choose wisely. Try to get a really good one. Again, try to get like everything that can be connected via gigabit. You're so much gonna enjoy it more because all that free bandwidth will be there to use in your internal network. So it's really gonna help if you can go to that quality levels and to that speed levels. So like I said, a router, a switch, an AP. A router, it can be a load balancer, it can be a simple router. Most routers have free Ethernet ports, so free Ethernet ports. That's why I was saying if you only have one computer and you only need to go one port for your computer, you're probably just safe with the router setup and the AP setup. So free ports, you connect the ISP router or the modem directly to the router, to your new router. You're gonna connect the AP directly to the new router. So base setup there, and if you have a PC, connect it also directly to the router. This brand did not sponsor me, but they got the best hardware out there. Trust me on this. It's so good and it's really easy to config. So if you don't feel yourself at home like doing major high-tech stuff like IP configures and going to Wizards and all that stuff, you should mainly go with their Unify brand. It's Ubiquiti is the company I'm talking about. Their Unify brand, it's really good and really easy to use. You can download the app, do everything on your cell phone. Again, you'll have no trouble setting stuff up with their easy to use Wizards and low maintenance apps, let's call them that. They got like the security gateway is their entry level router. Although for routing, if you really want to get top dollar for their hardware, go check out their other line of stuff, their Edge Max line. So it's more corporate based, but they got this Edge Router Lite X or Edge Router X. They are super cheap. You can get one for $50, 50 euros, 40 euros, something like that. And it's already gonna boost your network capacity like 500 to 1000%, hands down. I have Edge Router Lite, not an X, just an Edge Router Lite, so it's like the next level after the X. It's got free ports, so running that low scenario, but I have more computers in the network and more devices that need to be connected. Their access points are like really good. They can handle multiple devices connected to it easily. I'm using like the the Lite one, the AP Lite, and it's more than enough for my home. So it's like could have gone pro, but I don't need it. It's just so good. Its radius is impressive. I have it like in the hallway, kind of centered around the house, and all the connections, even outside in the street, I get perfectly good wireless connection with perfectly good speeds. This one, I think it's like a free by free MIMO AP, so you're gonna get like just there like 2.4 gigahertz. You're gonna get like 3 times the capacity than you get on a normal one, and it also does 5G. But this will set you back like 70 to 80 bucks, 70 to 80 euros. But trust me, it's really good and it's worth the money. The Edge router that I got right now, it's around 90 euros, 90 bucks. So yeah, it's a bit expensive, but my network is a bit complex, so I really need that capacity that it offers. and it's a load balancer. What does that mean? It means that I have two ISP connections, so I have two internet connections. They're both 4G, so they're both sucky. So that's why I needed to go there. But it will connect both network connections and give me like the best of the world. So I got, in a bad day, I might have like 2 megabit connection to one of them, or in 2 megabit to the other one. This will give me a total of 4 megabit to my home network. It depends on the apps. It depends on whatever is using your network, if it can handle this this capacity to connect to 2 different IPs at the same point and just extract the data. Like Chrome can do it, some file transfer can do it, YouTube can do it. All applications that have like peer-to-peer notion will be able to do it. Then that's why I have a load balancer, and I have a switch. So I got 2 internet connections into the edge router, and then 1 connection out to my switch. It's just a really regular TP-Link 8 gigabit port, dumb switch. It's dumb because it doesn't manage, so it's an unmanaged switch. So everything I plug in is just gonna refer to the router, and the router will do all the IP and networking work. So this is full gigabit. The AP is full gigabit. All my cables are at least Cat 5e upwards. I recently made a small upgrade to the cabling, so I'm now running everything on Cat 6, and it's a big difference. Like I got a mini server. It's like an HP micro lint server, micro something server, and it just does magic. Because I got the chatbot, the chatbot and the bot for the stream. I got all my NAS network, so my network attached storage, it's all there. I got free 2 terabit discs there, so I got a total of 6 gigabit that I need to record and save all the recordings, all that stuff, and to use as temporary folders for the projects over on Premiere, all that stuff. So I need the storage, and it's more than enough for me. And this server has got two network ports. Right now I only have 1 set up, so I only have 1 connected, but one of the things that I want to change, so this is the end of our exercise. We got perfectly decent actually like small business network type. So if you got small business, you can use that. It's more than enough for whatever you're gonna need. So that ends the exercise. Let's talk about the server and future upgrades I want to do to the network. Like I said, I have an unmanaged switch right now, and I really want to progress to the Edge Max Ubiquity stuff. I really want that sweet management and that sweet high-end gigabit connection and packet handling, and maybe a fiber patch, but I don't know about that one. We'll see how that goes. Gigabit right now for me, it's more than enough. And like I said, I don't have internet input that actually extends that to the outside, so I can only go full gigabit and really take proof of what I've set up, and take full advantage of it in my internal network. So like streaming video to the TV or to the tablets from the stuff that I got on my discs, moving files around the different computers I got in the network, all that stuff. So that's the true power of gigabit, and the true power that I got set up, not for the internet itself, but for internal use. But internet flows nicely, and it's a big change. So I want that sweet switch upgrade, like a 16 port full gigabit fully managed switch. so that I can connect the second port on my server and start doing some hefty file moving with it. For example, I have Plex set up on it, and I could just like lock the Plex to one of the ports and lock all the other network traffic to the other ports, or use like one of them just for internet and Plex, and the other one for file sharing, for example, or any other services. So effectively dividing the load between all the network ports that the server has to offer, and thus really entering Valhalla of networking. So Super Nation, that's it. Kind of long matter, and I was missing some words. Hope the sound is not too messed up. And here we go. Bye bye. Peace. I'm out.